Spittin with Spitter Friday. It's like almost 420 surprise. It's a
Perfect.
bonus episode. It's when normally it's Wednesdays at 8 p.m. But before we get the show started, I would just want to shout out my sponsors real quick, real fast. I want to shout out Lehigh Vape. They're located at
My fault. God damn, bro. God damn.
No, Cole, you see what he did?
I didn't even know that shit was on. That's my fault. I just pulled the code of the streets. My fault.
822 Nazareth Pike, Lehigh Vape. Go there for all your vaping essential needs. And shout out to my guy Chuck Rockmore at Wall to Wall Pest Control. .services.org. You can go on to Facebook and type in Wall to Wall Pest Control. It'll come up. Tell them TJ sent you. They'll take care of you for all your pest control needs. Now, it was supposed to just be touring the block, but the way things work out, touring the block introduced me to Code of the Streets, and here we are. Gentlemen, good evening. How's everybody tonight?
How you guys doing?
Salute, fellas. Salute.
Salute.
So, I'm gonna have to have you back on to discuss your upbringing and corrections and all that. We'll get into it a little bit today. Okay. But let's talk about, being of a certain age and being a man of integrity and how to carry yourself online and offline, because I've seen some questionable behavior as of late.
I have to agree. There's some serious questionable ethics. The ethics around here, I think, are about the measurability of ethics is like at a 0 right now.
For sure.
You have flip-flopping to the highest degree that I think I've ever seen before. You have probably the same amount of loyalty as you do ethics, which is about 0. All I can say is I'm grateful and thankful I stayed the fuck out of it, bro.
Yeah, because, for sure.
I mean, think about it. You don't know who's got you. You don't know who's in your corner from one day to the next. This shit's crazy.
Most definitely. Most definitely. Shout out to my guy, John McKenna. We see you. Appreciate you, bro. I mean, I look at it like this, man. I carry myself the same way online as I do offline. And through doing that, I haven't had a problem.
And you won't with people that are on that level. Like we spoke the other day, and I said, we kind of speak the same language. We're kind of on the same wavelength. We could chop it up and talk about anything. And I know I'm pretty much going to be, I'm going to be getting through to you, and you're going to be getting through to me, and we're going to understand each other,
Right.
But some of these people, it's like, I feel like you're talking to the wall. They just, they don't get it.
For sure. Code, how you feel about it?
You guys want me to talk now? I told you I could be quiet.
Yo,
I was waiting for
good job,
hair
buddy.
gel. I was waiting for Kevin to do his hair gel sponsor, but that didn't happen. So now I'm joking. Listen, Kevin's a good dude. I consider you just knowing you. I've been in the street my whole life, so I can tell who's real or who's not. Right. So I've always been a high-strung dude. I suffer from PTSD, ADD, mental illness, which, I've been through a lot of shit. But no matter what I've ever been through, I never lost my morals. I never lost integrity, man. Like, I'm not saying I didn't get in trouble, but if I was, I don't even want to, I'm trying to do this without addressing. All I'm saying is I would never in my life call somebody a friend and let something take place the way these guys do every other day and every other week, because that's not real shit, man. And you can't, the keyboard, hide and behold at whoever they are, trolls, whatever. I mean, I didn't even know what a troll was until last week. Kevin tried to warn me. A lot of guys did. But, the thing is, when you come on these shows and you're standing for something and you're a real dude and you've been through real serious shit, and I'm not saying it braggadociously, you can pretty much pick who's who and what. Kevin's damn straight right, man. I mean, I know now who's with me and who's not. Like, you give certain people a shot sometimes because whether you feel bad or you feel like maybe they can't handle certain things, and if you're a protector or a good dude, you want to think everybody has the same integrity, but unfortunately, that's not the circumstance. And here we are left again to talk about this because it's a shame, man. Like, people should never lose their code, their ethics, their morals. You have to stand for something or you're going to fall for anything. Like, one last thing. I said this last night. I came up with this, truthfully. Offenses like this. You ever hop a fence and you sit on top of the fence, right? it hurts your balls, it hurts your ass. Because why? Because you can't sit that way. You got to pick a side. Like, not saying you got to beef with everybody, but in life, that's the way it is. And how you avoid, and what I try to tell kids is stay away from the drama. Real, recognize real. Stay yourself. Be who you are. Stay consistent, and you'll never have a problem in life.
That's it. And that's it. Like, I don't see, here's the thing. I don't entertain anything that happens online. I learned at a very young age when I started doing music, right, that everybody's not for me and I'm not for everybody. And people are gonna be keyboard tough guys and type however they feel, because like there's no ramifications in typing online, because I'm never gonna see you in real life. Until it happens.
All joking aside, I'm not saying embarrassed, because if you talk about my mom or you come a certain way threatening, I'm a man at the end of the day. But I really agree with you both, man. I wish I can't change nothing, but to be honest, I'll never ever put myself through that shit again, just because my character is to be who I am. And when people challenge that, and if I feel like it's very disrespectful, I'm still learning. We talked about this earlier. So some people, it's harder to turn shit off. I mean, and then it's like, if you're a man, like you're saying, and you're growing how I did and coaching kids, what kind of guy am I if I'm answering to that shit? Even though I'm defending myself, I should have let it go. But it is what it is. I don't regret anything. I just know that I take that as a lesson. I'm new to all this shit, man. My world, where I come from, my neighborhood, you didn't talk about nothing you ever did, man. It was always right here on Martha, So what do you think,
Kev? You're not going to please everybody.
For sure.
And it has nothing to do with likability. It has nothing to do with ethics. It has nothing to do with omerta or anything like that. Sometimes, for whatever reason, people are just going to hate. And it doesn't mean that you're a bad person or your message isn't being heard or anything like that. Some people just love to hate. And that's not up to you. You can't control that.
You're right.
Where people get caught up and get lost is when they're trying to save or change everybody's opinion. And it's just not logical. It's not reasonable. If someone doesn't like you, all right, bro, cool. You don't have to like me. You don't. But what you ain't going to do is try to fuck with my credibility, fuck with who I am as a person. Maybe you don't like me as a person, and that's fine. Not everybody's going to like you.
Yeah, I'm cool with that
We
too.
can agree to disagree on certain things, and that's totally healthy. But when you question my integrity, now we got a fucking problem, right?
Yeah,
so as long as people aren't trying to question my integrity, I don't give a fuck whether you like me or not.
Right.
Yeah, I'm learning, bro.
As far as you go, Mike, my only thing with you is you got to remember that you can't save everyone and think everyone's going to like you.
Right. Like I said, I don't want to talk about this, but it's like me and TJ talking, and then we're on here, and then whatever, like you said something like, and not just saying something, you're really like, whatever. It's just, to me, like, that's where I'm saying, like, I'm admitting that I'm a man. I have a lot of growing I still need to do, because to be honest, at 48, what would I tell a kid? I would tell him, fuck that dude. Let him go. Let him run his mouth. He doesn't affect you. But for some reason yesterday, I don't know, because I lost my stepson, because everything that's going on, it was just, and I just wished it. I mean, I know for now, but my advice to anybody watching or anybody, like, just don't follow my lead, man. I mean, I don't feel like I was that bad, but like Kevin said, man, everybody you think who you're trying to help, they don't share the same sentiment, man. Like, it's how you feel and what your heart is not always what you get in return, So.
And that's the hit too. We have to remember, we always have eyes on us, no matter what we're doing. I coach, you coach, Kev. I don't know if you coach, but like, there's always a set of eyes on us. Even if I'm just in my house, my kids, you know what I mean, my wife. There's always a set. So it's like, how am I carrying myself? Like, everything that I represent should be well portrayed, outside, inside, wherever online. God forbid, wherever I'm at, and that's why that's where the difference comes.
That's why I give you a lot of credit, man. Even Kevin, because Kevin's tried so hard. He's always trying to steer me the right direction, man. And I really was doing good up until then. And then talking to you, I see you like, you're younger than me. You did more time than me. I'm sure we've been through a lot of the same crazy shit, but you don't let shit affect you. So why can't I be that dude? And do you want to know the truth? I'm saying it here for the first time. I think I finally come to realize that I need to speak to a therapist. I mean, it's been since I was 8-9 years with the Catholic Church, man. I talked to a lady before and she was like, everything was, oh, you're molested. That's the reason for everything. No, that's not the reason. But, you know, she wasn't even a psychologist. She wasn't even a therapist. She was just a counselor that kept me talking and just, she had no credibility. Like they wanted me to sue her. I didn't do that. You know, she was nice to me. She tried, but I felt like I opened up again and then it was no trust. Like my trust, you know, trusting somebody was betrayed again. And, you know, it's hard for me, man. When I call you my friend and I'm here like this, wrong, right, and indifferent, I'm with you. It just doesn't matter to me, man. Like I'll voice my opinion the same way you guys do to me, but I take it too personal, man, and I got to work on that. So as of today, I did reach out to 2 therapists. I didn't get a call back, but that's my main goal. I need to do that for me first. You know, I pray every day, but I have to do it. I owe that to my kid too, man. My kids, both of them, my grandkids. You know, it's time for me, 48, to be able to get the tools to deal with shit like you had to teach yourself. Kevin's very poised. He can control himself, you know, talks a little too much, but
my question is, what is you beefing with anybody online add to your life?
It doesn't.
And we can no explanation. We can leave it at that. Now, if you knew better, you would do better, right?
The sad part is.
Let me kick that one even a little bit further for you.
I knew better. That's the sad part. Go ahead.
And this is for anybody, whoever watches this, and whoever gets caught up in this YouTube shit. Try this on. Just try it. Turn it off. Turn YouTube off. Don't watch it for 3 days. Go about your normal everyday activities. Let me know after the 3 days how many people came up to you and was talking to you about YouTube beef.
Right.
Anyone.
Yeah, right.
Anyone.
Right.
This does not affect your personal life once you shut this shit off. We're not that big yet.
No.
Okay? We're not Jake Paul and all that shit where we walk out of our house and we got paparazzi chilling outside, or we run into random people and they're asking us what happened, you know, on a YouTube show the other day. We ain't that big yet. So
you're right, man.
Until that happens, if things are getting crazy, shut it off and take a break. Step away. But some of these people are so wrapped up in this shit. They're so involved and so enthralled into like all this drama. What's going on with this dude? What's going on with that dude? I mean, my phone doesn't stop sometimes. And I don't know how many times I got to repeat myself with, I don't watch this shit. I can't tell you what happened with this dude's show. I can't even give you my opinion because I'm not watching it. And then I find myself having to watch it because I got so many people asking me what my opinion is. I'd rather stay out of it. And honestly, like, it's not even about content anymore. This is straight beef shit. So why don't they do what you've done, Spitter? Let's get a rap battle together. Let's get it out that way.
Let's get a ring together. Let's get
anything. Like, what it is a lot of people have, like, COVID hit, and we're not going to talk about, I don't do that. I don't do COVID. I don't do religion. You know what I mean? But COVID hit and people had a lot of time on their hands.
Right.
You know, so a lot of content creators had developed shows, including myself, you know, and we find ourselves diving in because work has stopped. Basically, time has stopped. So we have nothing to do but to dive in. But like you said, shut it off. Like, I can't keep pumping negativity into myself because it affects my spirit, bro. And I can't do that.
You know, it's funny though, because and it's so simple, because half these guys, if real guys, you know, I told a little bit of my story today on Gunner's show. He's editing it. Actually, I like him. I think he's a nice guy. Chicky hooked me up. But, you know, after doing that, I feel a little bit better. But I'm like, man, like, I should know better, because these guys, like, if they ever been through something, they won't be talking like that. But the thing that I didn't really understand till yesterday, I'm just being honest with you. The troll thing, like, there was a guy in the chat saying, look at Code of the Street, like how easy he's affected. Look at the words. And he was actually, I thought he was talking shit, but I was like, he was actually trying to.
He's trying to teach you something.
He was trying to teach me something. And the last thing he said, I said, you know what? You're right. I have to agree with you. And then the dude came in and I just, at that point, I was like, man, you know what? I should have just said whatever. But, you know, to me, I hope that nobody ever wants that for themselves. I'd rather have no subscribers than have a bunch of full drama every day. These guys may need to pull their skirts up or down because life doesn't work that way, man. You know,
No, it really doesn't.
No, you know.
You gotta remember, if you're confident in yourself and you know the truth and you know who you are, it doesn't matter what anybody else comes in and tries to say.
That's it.
It can't change who you are. It can't change the type of person you are. It can't change the person that I know you are. What the fuck do I care about some stranger coming and giving their opinion for 5 seconds that never met you when we have talked for hours and hours and hours? I know you a lot better than they do. I'm not going to change my opinion of you. So you got to remember, don't matter what random people say about you. You know the truth, and your closest friends know the truth. So let the haters hate. Let them keep your name relevant because obviously they care because they want to talk about it. So,
well, you know, the hardest
they
thing
know you, but we don't know them. That's
TJ. The hardest thing where I think it set me off was the fact that from the beginning, the kid was apologizing to the other guy. I didn't know what was going on. I was like, well, you know, and it's just like, to me, it's like, you know what? And then I, to be honest, wish I could have just shut the fuck up and just said, all right, I got to go, fellas. I mean, I eventually did that, but now I know, man.
You should have. Instead of, listen, when clowns be arguing and shit, you can't tell who the ringleader and who not.
I know.
You know, like really, Code, you know how early you have to get up to piss me off?
Well, the thing is, though, I talked to him that morning. He just got my hoodie that day. And we were talking. He was saying, thanks for having my back. I love you, bro, this and that. I'm always riding with you. So I was like, this was 2 hours before. I was just, for me, in my mind, with my mental shit, I couldn't process that because where I come from, I would never do that. So to be honest, that's something with me. That's not the kid talking shit.
You just painted a defense for him. Where I come from, I wouldn't do that. Everybody doesn't come from where we come from, A. Everybody doesn't have the set of code and integrity and morals that we do. B, he's a younger generation than us.
Yeah, but you know, at 30-some years old, man, you got to still stand on a little bit of something, especially when anybody have a problem and, you know, I call reach out in the street on some real shit that could have went either way to help. And you know what? To be honest, I'm glad it's over with. You know, it's good. This is therapy for me. You look, I'm not even paying attention to your chats now. Like, it only takes you one time, bro.
That's it. Like, yo, listen, all my guys are commenting. Like, Joe is one of the realest guys I know. So is McKenna, you know, and both of these guys seen me grow up, man. You know, and they know.
Hey, there's a guy from my neighborhood. He's a railing guy. His last name is Ongst. It's A-U-N-G, almost like his last name.
Right.
That's crazy. But yeah, you know, it's like, hey, look, at least I come on here and say, yo, I messed up. I shouldn't even entertained it. You know, I won't fuck with the dude no more. I wish him well. I'm not trying to threaten anybody or do anything. And I just learned from that. Just keep moving, man, you know? So I told you today, if you see me revert and go back to any bullshit, you better check me because.
Yo, listen, he just said it the best. He said, listen, haters are going to hate, but they're your biggest supporters in a way because they're only going to watch and listen to what you say. That's 100% facts, McKenna.
Kev, you know what's crazy? Because I didn't notice. Somebody called me and was like, right after it happened, I don't even know who Unemployed's New Beginning, I don't know who that is. They made a video right away. I was like, you know, so this is what I'm saying. The reason why I have to say that is for one reason only. So if I would have never entertained that, they would have never had a video to make, right or wrong. So that's why I said that, because that's it. Yeah, I'm just, you know, listen, can you take your own answers? I mean, it's hard sometimes.
It's listen, I struggle every day taking my own advice.
I know, right?
It's you got to look at it this way. You're relevant now. Yeah. When you're relevant, people are going to hate just to be haters.
Yeah.
And it's not even personal. It's just what content can they make?
Right.
They're looking for content. A person like this New Beginnings, whoever it is, they're looking for content, and all they do is clown, right? Or try to clown. But what are they clowning? They can't clown you, bro. They don't know you.
No, they didn't clown me. They were in my defense saying how dude didn't defend me or not. But I'm like,
well, think about that. You have a troll account defending you.
No, I'm not. I'm just saying I wish I would have never even gave him that to do that. That's all I'm saying. But I can't change nothing. You know, on to new and better things, all one and upwards, man. You know?
That's it. That's it, man. Listen, but we got that out of the way.
Yeah,
I want to know. Listen, and if I see you on any more shows talking about this, I'm gonna call you and I'm gonna come take a ride to you. Doesn't need to be talked about again.
It won't.
I mean, let it go. Listen.
I'm gonna take your hair gel away if you keep fucking around, bro.
See?
Hey, your boy's got it right, man. He said, when you entertain the clowns, all the main attractions of the circus.
That's it.
There's a lot of smart people in here, bro. Just gotta listen.
Yeah,
you gotta listen. Don't get wrapped up in this shit.
Nah, man. Like I said, it's over and done with. So what else we got going on, man?
Shout out to TJ's chat. I like everybody in TJ's chat right now. We got a lot of common sense type people like that.
Listen. I'm not. Two things. I'm not relevant in the YouTube space. I'm relevant in real life to a lot of people.
That's more important.
There's a big difference. You know what I mean? And that's not me patting myself on the back. I don't do that. I don't give out participation trophies by any means. You know, but I can't do the fake. And if it's that, I don't want it near me. I don't need any type of negativity near me. And you ask me, Cole, why I stay so calm? It's because of who's in my immediate circle, who's around me, and what I'm digesting every day as far as content, what I'm listening to, what I'm seeing. You know what I mean?
You always got to remember this. Always remember and evaluate the source of where it's coming from.
Exactly.
Who was saying what they were saying? Look at the source.
Yeah.
They ain't relevant, bro.
It's pretty sad when, I text somebody last night for opinion and he pulls up on the Harley delayed at 8 o'clock and he's like, kid, what the fuck are you doing? Like, why you even fall for that sucker shit? Like, you're better than that. And I was like, yeah, and he was like, listen, I understand you felt however. He's like, but man, that's going to happen all the time in life when you entertain it. I was just like, damn, all right, another guy. But it's just the truth, man.
We're not 15 anymore getting mad at everything for everything.
Yeah, man.
Right?
Not at all.
Got much bigger things to worry about than some goofball on the internet, dog.
Yeah, like this fucking thing that's about to go down right now here, brother.
We're cut from a different cloth they stopped making a minute now. You know what I mean? Don't know yet, like for real.
That's the truth.
But I want to know a little bit of both of your backstories because I got people tuning in, they're paying attention. I just threw some names up there like Code of the Streets, Touring the Block. Touring the Block, where are you from? What are you about?
Born in Jersey.
Shout out to Jersey.
Hell yeah, Somerset. I was born there. My family moved up to Massachusetts when I was in middle school and settled up here. I went to college at AIC. It's American International College. It's in the area of Anthony Aralata, the Genovese crew. That's pretty much was his area when I was growing up. I ended up bouncing at a lot of the bars in downtown Springfield where the Basketball Hall of Fame is and all that shit. Downtown life then was popping.
Right.
When you had Big Al Bruno, who was the capo running shit then, and then Anthony took over when Al unfortunately got clipped. But Springfield was popping back then when the mob was running shit, and then when Al got clipped, it just went downhill because they had the mob's not there to clean shit up.
What was the reason for that? Like, I mean, obviously there's a reason because he's a gangster, but was somebody trying to take over? Or
the rumor was that it was 302s that surfaced.
Oh,
now,
shit.
The 302 was nothing more than Al asking a Fed if another guy was made. Don't matter.
Now it starts
to a Fed. A 302 was generated in the eyes of the Genovese family and any mob family. You make a 302, it's your death sentence.
Mm-hmm.
So, anyways,
so why do you think these guys, Kevin, keep I know the Snick Shane, the Rico, all that shit, but back in the day, if you did that, I mean, there was ramifications for that shit. What happened? Do you think the mob just got scared? I mean, even the bikers, I mean, they still handle shit. When something goes down, you see the paper all the time. They're always getting locked up. Seems like I know they didn't want the wars and everything because it's bad for business, but I think if a lot of guys would have been handled, I think the rat shit wouldn't have been as bad as it ever was, man. Rico definitely killed him, but now they're coming after bikers with that shit. They're trying to shut them all down, man. Everybody. It's it's just one.
Listen, there's no, and this is no disrespect to your clothing line or whatever. I love Omerta. I love the line. I love all that shit. However, being in the prison system for 16 years, Omerta is dead.
But I gotta disagree because TJ, let me hold on.
You got to understand the small bubble you're in.
No, I know that, and that's what I'm trying to get TJ's expertise. So TJ, me and you, stand up guys, never ratted. How small is our bubble? Like, I mean, is it really you believe it's dead? Like, so what? We're supposed to stop living by a code? Don't believe in that?
You're missing my point. You're missing.
No, I see what you're saying. I'm just
saying.
Know
what
like
I'm saying.
I can't.
I'm telling you, as a whole, from a entire community aspect of even back in the 60s and the 70s, when we thought Omerta was legit and thriving. Who was the first rat?
Was it Joe Velocci?
Thank you. How long ago was that?
Man, that was in the what? That was before the.
That was in the 60s, wasn't it?
60s. I think it was earlier than that. There was another rat before that. I think in the 30s. Somebody.
Exactly. My point. Yeah. You're talking from the birth of these families being born. That you had rats in the beginning. You had rats from the very, very beginning.
Omerta, to me, definitely is derived from mafia. But to me, that's why I put Code of the Street, because I really believe that, yeah, the Code of Silence is dead, but people who still believe in Omerta, whoever went through anything, never told, like Argo Knight, he knows. What's he know about that, Joe? He knows what that means. That's a Philly thing. That Argo Nunyon, that's a Philly thing, man.
I told you, I don't have chumps in the chat, bro.
And I just feel like you can't. I mean, for me, I only live one certain way. I live by a set of rules and a code. Now, I'm not in the streets. I don't get down like that, but I do have a lot of friends, still ride, guys in jail, and I respect them. They respect me, but I still, no matter what, whether I'm in the life or not, I still would never take another man from his family, man. That's just.
This is my. But this is
but hold on.
The point I was making.
I'm almost done. It's not just about telling. It's about honor. It's about loyalty. It's about respect, integrity, morals. Like, to me, that's what Omerta means. It's not just about telling, because if guys had morals and they lived this shit, they would never ever disobey nobody, man. Like, that's just how I feel, man. I got a lot of work to do, but that's how I feel. You know, I can't. 48. I don't think I'm gonna change. You know. That's just the way it is, man, you know? It sucks because a lot of my friends are doing time. My friend's down 26 years for something he didn't do. His best friends told on him. So it's just hard for me to accept that shit.
So here I love the fact that you create defenses for us. You just said a bunch of my friends are down doing time. So it's clear that not everybody lives by this code. Go ahead, Kev.
You just took it and you personalized it. You individualized it. When I was trying to summarize it, I'm not talking from an individual basis.
No,
I'm not saying there aren't too many John Gotti seniors out there still. There are. You could be one of them. You could have been the next John Gotti if you were in his shoes. Who the fuck knows? That's not my point. My point is from my aspect, and I've seen all cuts of society, all different cloths, all different gangs, ethnicities, you name it, I've seen it. If you fucking think that your patron, your boss, your capo, whoever the fuck they are, if you think that they're living by the code of the streets, you are dumber than you're ever going to want to admit.
No, yeah.
They are all telling. All of them.
I'm just saying, and I agree with you. I'm just saying, I'm not telling, and I never would.
Again, we're not making this an individual thing. When you talk Omerta, are you saying does Omerta mean Mike Squiggles?
The same way you get pissed off about when you hear and you say Omerta's dead, I get a little offended too because I'm so tired.
Does Omerta mean Mike Squiggles?
No, but if if it doesn't mean me, right? But I choose to live that way, and that's how I was raised.
No one's knocking that.
No, but what I'm saying is, like, it's just like the argument. You're making an argument that not everybody lives like that. Guys,
Mike, it takes one person to fuck it up for everyone, dog.
I was ratted on. I know.
So it's over. So it's over. If the whole thing, if everybody doesn't live by that code doesn't exist. Do you understand that? You and TJ could stay quiet for the rest of your lives. If I go and rat, Omerta's dead.
Yeah,
you understand that.
I understand that, but it's not dead if guys like me and TJ still live with that. That's all I'm saying.
But your boss could fucking rat on you. It's dead, my dude.
But hold on. I knew going in what I'm getting myself into. It's either death, jail, or whatever, right? I'm just being honest. Like,
but you're personalizing it. We're talking in a grand scheme of things. Overall, there's more people in jail because of rats than there are out that haven't.
Mike, it's like this. Let's go. You don't want to talk about religion or church. Let's go there for 1 second, okay? Not everybody believes in God or believes in religion. Do you? You got a cross behind you. Of course you do. That's individual, right? You believe in it. It's individual. No one's saying that you can't. No one's saying you can't believe in it.
What you're trying to say, though,
church doesn't exist or God doesn't exist.
No. What you're trying to say, though, and I have to respectfully disagree, you're trying to make excuses like you said I was.
I'm not making excuses
listen.
Shit.
Listen, you're saying that it's dead. You're saying there's so many dudes in jail that ratted. There's this. Yeah, but you know what? I know a guy did 36 years. Another guy did 32 years.
You're individualizing it.
No, I'm not. I'm saying I could count on my hand 30, 40 times how many guys never betrayed that because they knew what it was about.
Okay, 30, 40 guys that you never portrayed on you, but I'll show you one guy out of those 30, 40 guys, one guy out of their crews that did. So that entire fucking thing, that entire bond of America doesn't work. It doesn't work.
Listen, obviously, we don't want to promote kids in the street or to ever have to be in that situation. But I feel that if you're a man and you were in the street, TJ, if you fuck up tomorrow and you catch a case, you got to do what you get pulled over. God forbid something happens. Are you talking or are you getting a lawyer? Okay. Right? You're getting a lawyer, right? You're not saying nothing, right? So that's what I'm saying, Kevin. Like, there's a protocol. There's a lot of guys.
What point were you making with that?
What I'm saying is, I know a lot of guys who still live that way, man. That DMC world.
And where is it going to get them?
Listen. I'll tell you what. If I would ever rat it, I would have never been able to live with myself. I wouldn't.
That's individual.
When the Hells Angels got raided in '93. How did that happen?
Oh, I know what happened, but I'm saying,
how do guys get pulled over on the highway randomly and they find fucking bundles of shit in their car? Random. Oh, he had a light out. He had a tail light out.
I like this guy, Joe, man. I like Joe.
Joe's my guy, man. We've been together and breaking bread a long time. How many semi-truck drivers get stopped? And semi-truck drivers don't really get stopped. Get stopped on major highways with kilos, with pounds, with all kinds of artillery, just randomly. But we're gonna move on from this because I'm not gonna have the back and forth.
No, it's not. I think he has a valid point, but I feel I do too. I really do. I agree.
It's not about who's right and who's wrong. And I'm not saying you don't. You can have that for as long as you live. And I don't rat. I'm not someone that rats. I don't rat. Period. All right. I've been in situations where I could have ratted out coworkers, got promoted. I could have ratted out inmates and fucking got medals. I don't rat on nobody. That's not my point. My point is, at the end of the day, something only works when you have cohesion. You have everyone following the same rules. It takes one fucking rat to bring an entire organization down. Look what fucking Sammy the Bull did to the entire Gambino family and beyond.
Well, that just shows he knew going into what it was. He knew it was jail. He took a bitch way out.
Mike. That is not my point.
Well, if you can be man,
you can live by it. I can live by it. TJ can live by it. It takes one fucking clown rat to bring the whole fucking thing down. If you don't understand that, my dude, then by all means, rock on.
Well, listen, I agree with that, and I'll leave it at this. All I'm trying to say is this. I live by a certain code. I believe in omerta. To me, it's not just about not ratting. It's a whole lifestyle. I live that way. I teach my family that, my kids, they know. Like, I don't want my son to ever be like me. I tell him, do something different. Don't ever do what I do. Like, I shelter him. When my daughter was with me a lot, their mom's never around. But I'm just saying, like.
All right, let me ask you this.
Real quick, for me, I do agree with everything you're saying. I just feel that I know the same way you can say it doesn't matter. I can tell you and fill a room up with dudes of stand-up guys that I know, a lot of guys that would disagree. And that doesn't make them wrong. And that doesn't make you wrong or me wrong. It's just everybody's entitled to their opinion. but some guys just take it more seriously than others. But whenever you commit a crime, you know going in what you're doing. You become a gangster, you know what other end, a biker, you know. And that's all I'm saying. So if you're man enough to be that dude when you're hanging and you're with them, and then what? You get some hard times, you got a case, and then it's, oh, fuck them, they're treachery, they're going to betray me. I mean, that's all.
Real fast, let me say this. Just like yesterday, you're entertaining and expecting people to use the same set of morals, that same moral compass, and that same set of integrity that you use, and it didn't work yesterday, right? Just like it doesn't work in the streets 95% of the time. The code you live by, right, isn't the same code everybody else lives by. We all know. I know somebody that stood on his head for 10 years for 91 people, and he could have told, and boom, next thing you know, he's out scot-free. What you stand on and believe on isn't what everybody else stands on.
And I'm not, TJ, I'm not disagreeing with that. All I'm saying is you can't tell a guy like me or a guy like you who never ratted and did something, like the same way we have to listen about how guys ain't the same. People are going to rat as treachery. But there's still a lot of good dudes that are doing time that never told.
No one's disagreeing with
that.
No
one's disagreeing with that.
Okay.
Not one person is disagreeing with that.
Nobody's disagreeing with that.
Mike, I'm not sitting here arguing for the rats. That's not what I'm doing.
I understand that.
Okay, here's an example. Why is it that before you could ever go into any MC club, you can't just walk in, right? Can I go walk into any MC club?
Now if you got it's changed a lot. It's changed. But no, my buddy.
Can a non-patch member walk into a patch clubhouse?
47 weeks my buddy prospected for, and he had ties in there.
But he was a prospect, wasn't he?
47 weeks.
If you're a prospect, Mike, can I walk in with you without a patch or being a prospect?
If you came in somewhere with me and I introduced you as my friend,
but you have to vouch for me, correct?
Well, yeah, you have to. That's with anything.
Why though?
Because, to be honest,
because of what?
If tomorrow there was an event in Philly and the big dog was there and you came with me to support, nobody's going to question who you are. When they see me, they know what I stand for. So somebody might say, yo, who's that dude? But nobody's going to say, yo, who the fuck is this dude? Where is he from? People know what I stand for. That's all I'm trying to say. Like, I feel you're 1,000% right. The answer to what you're saying is kids just stay away from it. You'll never have to be in that position. I'm just saying I was in that position and TJ was.
Clear. Let's be clear. At the end of the day, we could talk this in circles.
Okay.
The common denominator with all three of us is there's no 401k, there's no health benefits, and there's no longevity in the streets.
Damn right.
Period.
I'm not disagreeing with you.
All I'm trying to tell you is give you a different perspective from the side of I have seen personally in my own fucking 2 eyes and my own 2 ears, heads like the Northeast head of the Latin Kings, the Northeast head of the Bloods. I've seen MCs, I've seen angels, I've seen pagans, I've seen them all, and I've all seen them dime their fucking boys out. All of them.
So,
now, let me ask you this, Mike. Let me ask you this real quick.
Go ahead.
You're living next door to a fucking rapist. Okay? Mm-hmm. You know for a fact this dude's raping an underage girl.
Yeah.
Are you calling the cops?
No, he's done.
What do you mean he's done?
He's done.
So you're gonna risk your life and your freedom for the rest of your life.
You didn't ask me that. You didn't ask me that.
No, but let's deal with reality.
Right,
let's deal with reality. We're not dealing with fucking superhero.
No.
Reality. So are you calling the cops?
No, listen. I'm not calling the cops. If I know a guy, just hear me out. This has already happened. We heard about a guy who did something in a neighboring town, and the young boys went up there and ran through his crib. And they did that because it was one of their sisters. And they said, old head, we got it. What I went through in my life, at that time, I was ready to go through that door. I didn't because my son was young and I didn't want to do all that, man, but if it would have been the dude was in front of my face and it was like right brought to me, like, yeah, I don't know what I would have done, but yeah, he got handled, but child molesters and all that get protected. So it don't matter anyway, but I wouldn't call the cops. No, I wouldn't. I would just, I would sit on him, and I would, I'm being honest. Maybe it's immature, but anybody touching kids or old people, man, they deserve whatever they get, whether it's karma from whoever, but they deserve it, man. The kids and old people are off limits. So, maybe I do have a lot of growing up to do where it's just embedded. See, but that's just me, man. That makes me
I couldn't live one day knowing that if I sat on it, or waited for the perfect moment to handle this dude, that young girl, young boy is gonna get got again. I'm not waiting.
What's a cop gonna do? Lock him up? He'll be out on bail tomorrow. Pedophiles don't go. TJ, how much time do they get? You did a lot of time.
A lot of time, and then they're supervised for a long time.
Normally they're supervised for the rest of their life.
I know it's disgusting and wrong that these motherfuckers get out before anybody else, but they're monitored forever. They shouldn't be out, period. Well, and let me just say this right here, right now, and I shouldn't be saying this. They got theirs when they were around me. All right, they got theirs. They got treated like shit.
And when Nut was in there, he treated them like
the worst possible fucking human that I could. Period.
When
it's not right that they get out, but it's because they can supervise them out in the world rather than tie up a fucking cell or a bed for a fucking diddler. That's how they look at it. I feel like
if you touch a kid, you shouldn't get a chance on nothing. There's people
in jail. I agree.
Yeah.
I didn't make these fucking rules. But the rules are the rules, and the system is the system. So until the system changes, we got to deal with reality. Reality is this is the way it is right now.
Let's be clear. The system is broke.
Fuck yeah, it's broke.
Joe's the man, though. I like Joe in here. How you say his last name?
I fuck with Joe.
You next.
I like Joe.
You next.
He's got
that's been my guy since I was
real
little.
Dudes in this. Spittin's got real dudes in here.
Yeah. No, I listen.
But 23 minutes ago, I had asked, I want to know y'all backstories a little bit.
Yeah.
And here we are.
Where'd that go?
Here we are. Code of the streets. I gotta switch my name to Spin the Block. Now I gotta.
I gave him that name first, didn't I? Remember I said?
Yeah, he wanted. Well, I said that. I said, why don't we go with Spin the Block? You talked me out of it.
I like touring the block, but Kev. Now back to you. You were brought up in Boston, Massachusetts. You're bouncing downtown. Go ahead.
Springfield, Massachusetts, but yeah.
Sorry,
I was bouncing, and that's how I was around these people. Well, you want me to go get my bread? Is that what you want?
No, this is when I got shot. You can see the bullet hole.
Oh, okay.
That's all. Go ahead.
Save that for a rainy day.
Right.
Yo, hey, Kevin, Stacks was like, did you spend that? What do you? I said, fuck no. He's like, why not, bro? I'm like,
Stacks. That's my boy.
I love Stacks. Shout out to Stacks.
Hell yeah.
Shout out to Stacks, man.
So, and I got into bodybuilding, and I did that for years. I was a personal trainer for years. Won a couple shows in bodybuilding, and there was a captain in my gym, and he goes, man, with your size, your physique, you're going to demand control. The second you go in there, dudes are going to really respect you. And you know what? For like the first 5 years, I think I talked more about working out and how to get big and all that with these inmates than I did anything else. Like, that's all we talk about. So it was a good, breaking the ice type of thing, because all them dudes want to do is work out in the pen. So I always had something to talk about with these dudes. And I did get a lot of respect. I really did. I actually missed the job. I really do. I was good at it. But long story short.
John, take care, brother.
Long story short, I ended up blowing out my pectoral muscle, my bicep tendon, and my tricep, all in the same code. A big 300-pounder was fighting. It was the Bloods versus the Kings. It was like a 30-on-30 fight in this dorm. And I had to handcuff this humongous dude who easily is 2 to 3 cuffs just to get his arms behind his back. Well, I cuffed 7 dudes before that. There were no more cuffs in the unit. So I had to get this guy's hands behind his back, and I did. But also, my tendon went with that shit. I've had 4 surgeries on it, and all 4 have failed. I keep snapping it.
Yeah.
So they said enough's enough. You're never going to be 100%. You could never defend yourself to the highest degree, you, yourself, and your coworkers. So you're a liability. We can't bring you back full duty. So you got to retire. And that's that.
That's crazy.
Code of the streets, you're up, man. You've been wanting to talk this entire time. So
I'm gonna first off, I think I was doing really good, fellas. But listen, Southwest Philadelphia, small little neighborhood. My dad had a deli. He fed the whole neighborhood. We never made no money. I built a lot of good relationships. At his best friend was a warlock. I never knew it because they didn't talk that way. I mean, I always knew something.
Warlock.
Yeah, they're in Philly. They got warlocks in Philly. But they have a different. They don't have the Phoenix Rising. Theirs is I mean, they're not giant over here, but they have a little chapter, and they used to be big back in the 70s and 80s. But his son, though, my dad's friend who was a warlock, his son was a pagan. They actually never talked. So at 10, I met a guy who was a president. I met him at the deli, and in my neighborhood, I knew all the dope boys. I mean, I started out selling condoms in school because back then people wouldn't go get them. So I would take. I'm serious.
You sold condoms,
bro. I'm not hand to God. Look, I would get a
pack. A hustler guy, get it.
I would get a.
You didn't go with the pencils. You just went right for the condom.
No, he knows. Your boy knows. Yeah, in Jersey too. Yeah, you're right. He knows. But so for me, it was like my cousin. I know him. I was with him last summer at a big party. Yeah, I know him. The name he's saying. Yeah, I actually was just with him. He's retired now. He's on a lay back. He's but so that came, and then the little bit of that, then the weed, then somebody put an ounce of coke in my hand. Yeah, that's it. Let me show your boy, man, so he could see. This is like 20-something years old. They used to have a Southwest chapter, so I have about 40 of them shirts, but I don't say that to braggadociously. I say that because, oh, yeah, he got jammed up, right?
Bro, would you concentrate on your story?
Long story short, my neighborhood, right?
Thank you, Kev.
My neighborhood is basically a small neighborhood. You had gangsters. There was 2 mob hits. You had bikers. To me, I always thought when my cousin worked for John Stanford and his brother was a pagan, I always thought that the mob guys were more sneaky. Like they'll shake your hand and then in your pocket with the other hand. Or, the bikers at least are in your face. So to me, then you start hustling coke, you get jammed up, somebody rats on you, you got kids. My kid's mom was my son never met her. So I always had this sense of what I'm telling you, this is me. I've always been this dude. And, I took my dad's deli over in 2000. I bought it and I reconverted it to a barbershop. And from 2003 to 2006, there was at least 4 or 5 shootings in there. Like when I wasn't there, I was renting chairs. And it was just crazy because I was in the hood. Nobody was coming. Yeah, I know him too. I know, but I was
Joe, relax with the name dropping.
Yeah. But
Yo, we're trying to keep my
that's
man.
That's not
on
a good
story,
name to
bro.
drop, though. That dude told. But anyway, so me in a nutshell, I was raised a certain way. Parents are immigrants from Italy, but I've always been an honorable dude, respectful. And I'm respected in the street, not because of a tough guy, just because I've given it. I changed my life. My daughter, when she was 4, she's 26 now. I started coaching, and I tried to take all that shit I went to help these kids. And, it's just the mission I've been on. Yeah, I've been through a lot of shit, but my main thing now is coaching and putting a positive message. And I started this in 2002, the clothing line, so everybody can see for the world, because people say these other guys are – I don't know if you can see the trademark date. Can you see it? It's 2000. See that 2002?
No.
Can you see it?
No.
9/19/2002.
USPTO, right? Application filed. You can't see that right there?
Yeah, I see it. Kev, you're terrible. Kev, stop it.
You're fucked up. So now I'm in a situation, to sum it all up, is, getting shot, everything, but I spend my days helping kids. I have a low tolerance for bullshit. To be honest, I'm a loyal dude. That's how I live my life. Am I high strung? Yeah. Do I have ADD? Yeah. PTSD? Fucking right. But one thing I'll never have, I'll never have anybody question who I am as a man, as in a friendship or anything like that, because I live a certain way, and that's all.
Right. So, yo, and to be clear, I'm not saying what's going on with me on live because I don't need my phone going nuts. But you called in every morning and checked in on me. You know what I mean? So that says a lot,
I talked to dude on Stack Show the other night. He was crying out for help. This dude, Ryan, man, he was all coked up and drunk, ready to do something. And I talked to him. Another guy the next day reached out and just like all that tough Tony shit. None of that really impresses me, man. You know, it's just I like people who are real. You know, be yourself. Whether you're hyper like me or you're not, just be yourself, man. Because you know that always will sustain. Kids should know. Stand on something, you'll fall for anything. And just stay right with yourself, man, because motherfuckers can smell bullshit a mile away. And one thing I will agree with Kevin is that the guys who, like, once the ratted shit started and these presidents or whoever or gang leaders, there started to be so much disdain for loyalty that these, like, everybody, like, you know, I watch clips from these dudes with their phones in jail, like Brody and people, just like the disrespect. There's no more anything. Like, these kids, they don't expect to live long. They're carrying 30-round clips. You know, it's like Philly's the pastor homicide rate. You know,
we just went full circle to a complete agreement. That's all I want to say about that.
Oh, yeah, that's my brother. I love Kevin. He knows that.
Listen, we can have, as men, we can have healthy discourse and a conversation without blowing our gasket and losing our shit.
Well, and I think so much gets lost in translation, especially when it's involved in Texas or reading chat. You don't know someone's true intentions through fucking chat.
No,
or text. There's body language. There's you know, there's dialect. There's all kinds of different shit that go into someone trying to get their message across. And I feel like that is a big downfall with YouTube, because if you're reading someone's chat, you do not know someone's true emotions behind what they're saying. You know, I see it too often where dudes are literally trying to give someone a compliment and dudes are taking it as beef.
Yo,
you know,
that's what happened last night. Somebody heard the name was subscriber and they were really trying to look out for me.
I seen that dude was literally trying to help.
Yeah, he was. And I said, and I told him he's right at the end. But you know, look, I mean, people love me because of who I am. Do I wish I could dial back a lot? Yeah, but that's just a part of me, man. You know,
you are who you are, bro.
Yeah, but the one thing, like I said, man, people know with me what you get, what you see is what you get. I'm not one dude one day. I'm not the next dude the other day. Like, I generally care about people. I am a faith man. I believe in God first. That's my only thing. Teach his own. Yeah. But to me, I read that book. I just, to me, it works, you know?
Same. Like, to be clear, man, God saved my life on a couple of occasions.
Yeah, man.
That's my man, Prime Prolific. Peace, my brother. Much respect to you, and I'll be seeing you Sunday.
Oh, and TJ, while I got you on here, I'm going to put you on the spot, too. I got an intro song that I'm working on with J Dubs. All right, he's coming up with a beat. I want you to spit on it for me.
Okay.
Deal? Just a quick intro. I don't need bars, but I need something for you to spit on real quick, just to have an intro to my channel.
I'll send some music to you, and you let me know what you think.
All right.
My name is Giggles. I have the giggles. I'm looking at.
We're not. Hold on a second. You're not gonna get muted on. I will mute you on my show. We'll never talk again.
Thank you.
Yo,
I'll erase the history act like we never met.
My flow, bro. You heard that shit.
He does it all the time, bro. All the time.
Yo, look. Okay, can I just respond to one thing real quick? Look,
and see, that's the thing.
I know.
You want to respond to everything.
No, look,
everything don't need a response.
He says he lives no regrets. I want to show him the tattoo. That's all.
Yeah. Joe's as stand up as they come. Shout out to you, Joe.
Shout out, Joe. You know,
definitely.
Touring the Block. When is your channel coming?
It's already here, bro.
And that can be found touringtheblock.com.
No,
I mean on YouTube, just Touring the Block.
You know what? I'm gonna get that link for you, and I'll drop it in the chat.
And if you type in YouTube, if you type in Code the Streets Mike Squiggles, his channel will also come up.
I got a nice video I'm about to upload. I just downloaded of it's a redemption story. A guy who was a biker, 1%er. You see, like, fuck dudes up and all that, and then he found God. Really good story, man. I'm gonna post that up in a little bit. You know, that's the shit I'm on, redemption.
I'll tell you like this, gentlemen. You know, it's not often that I have a favorite or a fun show, but I enjoyed this one because I enjoy a healthy discourse and I enjoy a healthy conversation without the banter and the back and forth and the feelings that get involved with all that.
Yeah, like I told you, TJ, I knew we would be able to, you know, chop it up and get along. We speak the same language.
I'm surprised he didn't talk a lot. This kid over here.
Stupid, bro.
Listen,
it was a
there's
good
not
show,
a lot
bro.
of room. There's not a lot of room on this panel to get some extra words in.
Nah, not at all.
When you see the Gunner interview, you guys,
bro.
I didn't
right
talk.
there. I want to see who won the fucking battle on that one.
And that's
a
the
battle.
same thing to him on the phone.
When you guys see me, let him talk the whole 2 hours, however long we are. I want some credit for that because I was like, go ahead. Just
you don't have a choice.
Yeah, you're right.
You ain't gonna have a choice with Gunner, bro.
Yeah.
It ain't happening.
Nah.
It ain't happening. And listen, I got none but love for Gunner. He's hilarious to me. That dude's a good dude.
Well, this
you
guy
are not
right
gonna
here
win a
don't live
conversation
far from
bro.
me. We gotta link up, get something to eat one day when you
feel better, bro. I'm close, bro. I'm real close.
That's what's up. And Kevin, man, I'm coming up your way probably in like 2 weeks, man. My birthday is January 3rd.
I'm taking Chicky out to lunch like very soon, so let me know.
I'm gonna be 38.
But before we go, I also want to say salute to Damian Trice because every time I've seen him in every case, he's never switched up, it's never changed, and always been a stand-up guy.
Yeah, he's done with the YouTube today, though. I talked to him for like a second.
I'm not mad at
Kevin, I gotta talk to you later, but he look, to be honest, like I was giving him advice today about what not to do, and I, it's like I can't sometimes take my own, but after talking to him too, I kind of realized like, damn, man, like I really, it's not that serious. These dudes, I'm never gonna see them, never gonna show their face, and I really gotta have a little bit of tougher skin, I guess, but I'm working on it.
Man, listen.
It doesn't happen overnight, bro. And this is a different animal. This whole YouTube thing's a different animal. It's not for everybody.
I'm done with it, bro. I just want to do my
I always
shit.
say this. Let me say this. There's too many MCs and not enough mics. That's all I'm gonna say.
You're out here fighting imaginary people. Let that sink in.
Yeah, but it's weird though, because I guess what's it called? Avatar, when you can't see them, but it's just weird when you can't see somebody and you're hearing so much shit, but it's like, so to me, it's just, look, it's behind me. No regrets, like your boy said. You just learn and you move forward, man. And I stay praying. I ask God every day to give me strength to be a stronger dude. And look, he puts good people in my life like you guys. Like, so I must be doing something right,
If you knew better, you would do better. Now you know better.
Kevin, that hairline looking real good, bro.
Look at that shit,
real
bro.
Good.
Man, looking real good, huh?
Yeah, you got nothing on him, bro. Look at him. Look at that shit.
Yeah, damn. Yup, you good.
Yeah, bro. At 41, most people don't really be having hairlines and a full head of hair. So I just, my wife love it. So yeah.
I'm thinking about cutting my shit short again. I don't know.
For real?
Yeah, I'm tired of this shit, bro.
Hey man, it is what it is. But yo, it's been a pleasure, man. You guys, like, thanks for having me on, man. I appreciate
I want to see some nasty ass braids out of you, bro.
You know what? I normally do it, but like I ain't really been leaving the house, and when I'm at work, I just throw it in a ponytail.
Joe said you got the same barber.
Yeah, me and Joe ain't cut our hair, and listen, this is only like 2 years. When COVID hit, I used to keep my shit real low and get a cut every 2 weeks. COVID hit. My best friend is my barber, and he just stopped cutting for a grip. And I was just like, all right, well, I'll let it grow.
Now,
you know what I mean?
The barbershop you going, was it like the one I had? Because every week it was gambling. Saturday night, I'd have to go there 2 a.m. These dudes are guns out on the table. I'm like, yo, what are you doing? Like,
hold on a second. Can you fade? You can cut?
What?
Who, me?
Me?
Nah, Mike.
I'll find a picture of my son when he got his christening at 2 years old. You got to see his perfect line. Blended.
No, lineups ain't fading, my dude. I want to see a fade. I want to see a fade.
You playing the drums, Mike?
No, I'm fading and brushing with you know what I'm saying?
Don't play with me.
I can get down.
Bring your clippers when you come up. When you come up with Chicky, bring that shit.
Yo, Kev gonna be wearing a hat for 2 weeks.
Nah, man. I'm good, believe it or not. I can cut.
I usually don't let white people touch my hair, bro.
Hey, man, you know what? That's cool. But guess what? When I was locked up in that county stint, I never seen a Spanish dude. Yo, he had a comb. You probably seen it, TJ. A comb and a straight razor. He was fading.
Oh yeah, they're nice with that.
I mean, I'm not that good, but I mean, with a straight razor, I'm good. With the clippers, I'm good, real good. So, here we go.
We'll do it again, TJ. No, most definitely. We'll do it again.
You guys do it yourself.
I appreciate y'all, and I hope I don't catch too much slander for this, but really, I don't care.
You ain't going to catch no slander. Never.
What you going to catch slander for?
I'm sure there'll be a stray shot from one of these channels.
Well, you know what?
Fuck them.
You can't respond because I ain't responding, so just let it rock, man.
Y'all think I care?
Nah, I know you don't.
I don't give a goddamn.
Yeah, but you know what though? You don't want to fuck with TJ because this dude will come back and spit fire at you.
I don't give a goddamn.
So we can't even close out with like a little like 2 or 3 bars. You can't give us nothing.
Nah, we're gonna keep that on the low.
I mean, we can end with a little video or something. Somebody getting knocked out.
Yeah, let's see that.
Know that I'm nice, look what dope did to me. Play time's over.
I show you that playtime is over. I let the games begin, salute me soldier. Now I'm the captain, and all I do is win. Ball for ball, you know I'm the champion. I show you that playtime is over.
I mean, I rap for real, gentlemen.
Well, that beat is nice, man. I used to like that dude Big Schmo. I don't know what happened to him. I like that voice.
It's not a hobby. It's not a hobby.
It's really not a hobby. This is a hobby.
No, you're good. You're good.
Well, I'm gonna get with TJ. We're gonna fucking get an intro going. Get an intro.
Gentlemen, I appreciate y'all, man. Y'all be safe.
Too, brother.
Stick around. I'm gonna end the live. Stick around. I want to chop it up with y'all for a second.
All right, brother.
All right, y'all.
God bless. Joe, take care.